11.8 day 2 is going to be still working with area of circles, but we're going to be talking about sectors and arcs. So sectors are a piece of a circle. So think about like you have a circular pizza, a piece of that would be a sector. The side lengths of the sector are the same as the radius. So if I have my piece of pizza here, those side lengths are going to be the radius. The arc is the piece of the circumference in the circle. So the arc is that curved part, like think about like the crust of the pizza. So when we have problems that say find the arc length of the yellow sector, all sections are equal in size. So we're gonna find the arc length of just this yellow section. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find the full circumference of the circle and then just divide it by 5 since there's 5 pieces. So circumference equals 3.14 times diameter. I know that my diameter is twice my radius, so my diameter is 12. 3.14 times 12 is 37.68. So that's the full circumference of the circle. And then to get just the one section, I'm going to divide that by 5 because that's going to leave me with just the one piece. And I get 7.536. We'll round to the nearest tenth. So 7.5 feet is just the circumference of that one piece. That arc length, we call it. This problem says find the area of the purple section that is cut out. So area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2. To find the area of a sector, it's actually very similar. We're gonna take arc times radius divided by 2. And that's gonna give us the area of the sector. So my arc here is 15.7 times my radius is 15, and then I'm going to divide that by 2. So 15.7 times 15 gives me 235.5 divided by 2 gives me 117.75, and since it's area, it's going to be meters squared. So again, to find the area of a sector, we're going to take arc times radius divided by 2. This problem here is an example of something you would see on the MCA. So it says Erin keeps her dog in the pen shown above. The pen is made by 2 walls of a building and a curved fence. What is the length of the fence? So our job is to figure out this curved length of the fence. What I'm going to do here is I am going to use the circumference, and I'm going to divide it by 4. I know that this is 1/4 of the circle because I have this 90-degree angle here. And there's 4 90-degree angles in a 360-degree circle. So I'm going to write my formula of circumference equals pi times diameter, and I'm using 3.14 times pi. I'm going to find the full circumference first, and then divide that by 4. So I have 3.14 times, and if my radius is 16, that means my diameter is 32, because the diameter is double the radius. 3.14 times 32 gives me 100.5 rounded. And then I'm going to divide that by 4 because this is just 1/4 of the circle, and that gives me with that 1/4 of the circumference is about 25 feet. So our answer would be A. This problem says, what is the area of the crust of the piece of pizza? So the crust is like that bottom layer. Oh my gosh, that pizza looks really good. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our formula of arc times radius divided by 2 to find that area. So our arc is 3.925 times our radius is 5, and then divide that by 2. 3.925 times 5 is 19.625 divided by 2. We'll round to the nearest tenth. So it's 9.8, and then area is squared, so inches squared. All right, the last question here, it says a sector of a circle is shown. What is the area of the sector? So the hint says first find the circumference to see what part of the circle this is, then use that to find the area. But we know the shortcut is arc times radius divided by 2. And here we're given the arc and we're given the radius. So I'm going to plug in what we know. The arc is 6.28 times the radius is 5. And divide that by 2. 6.28 times 5 is 31.4. Divided by 2 is 15.7. And since it's area, centimeters squared. So our answer, oops, I just circled the wrong one. Our answer would be B, 15.7 centimeters squared.